Namaste and welcome. Continuing from the last video on depression, today I will take you through some real life scenarios from the book When All Is Not Well, a Yogi's Perspective by Om Swami. 2004, Sydney Harbour. 27 years old Anna jumped from a ferry to the shark infested sea. Saved by a passenger, she was hospitalized. A week later, Anna walked right into the moving traffic and ended up in the hospital again. One day, after an argument with her partner Larry and her younger brother, Anna left home abruptly without any trace. A few months later, she returned, distressed, untidy, barefoot. I am tired. I don't want to die, but I'm okay dying as it seems to be the only solution to my problems. Please help if you can, Anna said to Swamiji. This was before Swamiji took sannyas. Anna was reeling from her extremely difficult and abusive childhood trauma. A deep sense of insecurity overpowered her consciousness. I promise, Anna, I will help if you listen to me, Swamiji said. He advised Anna to take her medication, which Anna resisted, but finally agreed along with few other things. Certain deep breathing techniques, a kind of meditation that would help her out of clinical depression, swimming, which worked better on her than antidepressants, deep breathing, meditation, physical exercise, healthier diet, and her medicines all together helped her. Over 3 years, Anna started living her life normally. Eventually, she got married and became mother of two sons. Anna never popped another pill for depression. Meditation and deep breathing may not be the solution for all who are suffering from depression, but it did work on many people, Anna included. Until you try, you wouldn't know. But it wasn't just meditation or deep breathing that cured Anna. What worked wonders was love, empathy, and patience from her partner Larry. That is what any patient of depression needs more than anything else. Now, moving to Tim from New Zealand. With constant burden to act like an adult from his childhood, Tim was blamed every day by his mother for all the problems in her life. In spite of his mother's constant unbearable tantrums, Tim excelled in school and received admission from a university in a different city where he wanted to study architecture. Hysterical, drunken, constantly banging her head against the kitchen door, Tim's mother threatened that she would kill herself if Tim leaves the town. After several attempts to persuade his mother in vain, finally Tim gave up his dream and hope until he found an ISKCON temple near Auckland, 60 kilometers away from his home. 19-year-old Tim was absolutely mesmerized to see such a loving, smiling, stress free, and vibrant atmosphere that he never experienced in his life. He experienced peace for the first time in his life and turned vegetarian. 2 years later, Tim moved to Sydney, Australia, drained by his mother's manipulative behavior, who was still living 2 decades later, still difficult, behaving the same manner. However, the feeling of peace was only illusory as Tim was not really healed. An incident which is detailed in the book sent him spiraling towards depression. Tim confined himself, had to take Valium, a prescribed antidepressant drug, gained a lot of weight, had immense back pain without any medical explanation, was unable to move, developed diabetes, high blood pressure, suffered chronic insomnia, and was marked disabled by the state. Nothing helped his pain, not even the increased Valium doses. He tried killing himself many times, praying all the time, Krishna, please kill me. Call it destiny or miracle, countless times he was saved. It was divine intervention in a human form. A female Krishna devotee, Brinda Devi Dasi, who was committed helping Tim against all odds, who rekindled Tim's desire to live again, yearn for a happy life, who gave him personal space without any judgment and helped him come off Valium completely. None of this would be possible without Brinda's love and care. As written in the book, When All Is Not Well, Tim's case tells us three things about severe depression. First, neglecting yourself and letting people around you demean you by destroying your self esteem, in all likelihood, will come back as severe depression. Secondly, along with medication, love and care are the most important healing factors. And third, depression is a real condition, just like any other serious illnesses like cancer. I strongly recommend you read the book to feel the pain Anna and Tim had gone through and how love and care healed them. The book also dwells into the details, studying the symptoms and impacts of depression, the role of medical science, and how the patient should be cared. The book is worth a read. It is not always when you have a difficult childhood that would lead to depression. Many patients of depression have enjoyed relatively functional childhood. In spite of living normal lives, their need for healing is no less. This is what happened with Rashmi, who had a blissful childhood with loving parents. Year 2007, based in Switzerland, 40-year-old Rashmi was a confident, highly successful career woman with two daughters who were well positioned for their future lives, a supportive husband who was the CEO of a public company. Post dinner one day, Rashmi suffered from heartburn and took antacid. The condition deteriorated over the next few days to such an extent that she left her work, stopped all physical activities, skipped meals whenever she could, and the worst, she stopped speaking to her family who felt strangers to her. Yelling and screaming at the slightest noise became a norm. All the medical tests done on her came negative, resulting the doctor referring her to the psychiatrist, who immediately referred antidepressants. This is where Rasmi contacted Swamiji for help. Unlike Anna's case, Swamiji advised against antidepressants for Rashmi and recommended a specific diet devoid of any processed food, dairy, or non vegetarian food. As stated in the book that something that works for one person may have completely opposite impact on a different person. He explained the concept of three bodies, something we'll discuss in our next video on this topic. Now, he advised certain yogic postures and some visualization meditations to assist with Rasmi's recovery and healing. She was advised to follow this for 6 months with initial results within 4 weeks' time. 4 days later, however, the phone rang with Rasmi stating that she didn't have any symptoms and she's feeling much better. Over the next few days and in 2 months, she was back into her normal form. In summary, if you feel cut off from your loved ones and life, chances are you are suffering from depression. And when it comes to healing depression, a loving and supportive environment, a good diet, and some physical exercises are just as important as medication. You need to read the book for the detailed experiences from all these people and few others. This is beyond my comprehension to cover Swamiji's in depth knowledge, as this book touches various other human emotions and aspects while dealing with this complex subject. Merely a few YouTube videos won't do the justice.